Hey there folks, and welcome back to the Carpetania Campaign. Last time we turned south and took on the nation of Turdulia, winning a large swath of territory that we're now starting to fortify and get into our control, at least a little bit. Things are not looking super great, but they are okay. Now, I should note that between episodes, as promised, I looked at my economy and at the diplomatic situation and decided on how to do my slave micro and who to target with my next claim, because I have enough political influence to get a claim set up, and I don't want to go after the Tagus coalition too quickly here, especially before I have my 5 armies of Iberia, as it were, set up here with the Arawakian War, which is coming up soon. So I might do another war after that war before I take on the Tagus squad. And I think the target I'm going to go for is actually Tivia. Now, Tivia is actually allied with Lusonia and in a defensive league with Beia, and so it brings in 2 fellows. I can probably have Vakea come in through my land that I'll get through the earlier Arawakian War, and they can help me out in the area. I'm not sure if Topolia will make any difference in this war, but the reason for going after Tithia, of all people, is that will allow me to actually completely consolidate control over the Celtiberia Centralis province, which I'll be taking a large section of from the Arvekian War. And so this is mostly just to clean up the borders up here, and additionally, the 2 people it brings in, Lusonia and Beia, are actually both splitting almost the entirety of the Celtiberia Septentrionalis province, which has an extremely defensive northern border between the mountains and the river Iberus over here. I have not really foraged this far north up towards the Pyrenees, but this is a great stopping point for our northern expansion for the moment. And basically, getting the rest of this and everything under my mouse cursor will give us a nice additional, further disjointed, gerrymander-looking bit of territory. But it is a nice bit to get, and the nice thing, too, is that these are going to be Druidics, and these are going to also be Celtiberians. So a very friendlier, I guess I should say, group of people to add to my realm. And I can probably set up a colony or 2. Actually, they are just Celtiberians. We'll set up our Celtiberian colony probably up there. So that's going to be after the Aravakian War, and the question is, do I get the claim going now, or do I pick an idea first? And the idea I'd probably want to pick, if I was going to pick an idea first, would be the Sanction Privileges idea. Let's take a look and see how corruption is doing wage-wise. Wages are looking okay so far. Let's take a look at our clan chiefs, who are the main wage recipients. Let's see here. Corruption is pretty bad. Oh yeah, because they're on free hands, aren't they? I don't want to revoke free hands right now, which means that I think I will spend the political influence on grabbing myself sanction privileges. We'll get the claim going in the future. We're not in a giant rush, and honestly, I think stemming the amount of corruption gain is going to be a bit more important. So, but we will target Tithia a bit later, assuming the geopolitical situation is the same in the future. So with that being said, otherwise we are looking fine. This will be done 1st of December of this year. So let's progress a little bit further into the year here. Probably around the end of summer, we will get ready. We have to gather up all of our forces. We have to march people all the way from the... Actually, that being said, can I raise my army quite yet? Yes. I think I will... Look at this army composition. I think I will actually raise the army early and just not increase the army pay yet, because that is the bigger economic issue. The army being raised, I guess that does create an economic issue, but it's only from the south where it's not as much. Okay, I am just yabbering on. Let's go ahead and actually, just because it takes a long time to march, let's see how long it takes them to march all the way from the south here. Raise these guys, and what's the farthest north we could do? Up here, solar base. Raise these guys. Who's leading you? It is the clan chiefs. Okay. Everybody head up to Toletum and just set up there. We're not going to raise... I'll raise 4 maintenance now. And I'm not sure I'll need increased pay, honestly. I'm not going to raise the pay quite yet, but I will in the future. Rome wants some base metals. Yep. Oh, I forgot to do the slave stuff. Okay. Now, I actually noticed that this tile here, Carpetania Luga, already has a mine pre-built, so that's pretty handy, which means we're getting an extra copy of base minerals. So all of the various settlement buildings got completely rebalanced with Invictus. So let me just go over what they do really quick here. Fortresses do pretty much the same thing as they do in the base game, as do ports. You can see there the various small bonuses. Now, things like barracks and tribal settlements that I never bothered with in the past are a lot more viable. Barracks, especially with a large number of tribesmen in my settlements, could be a manpower production machine if I was so inclined in that sense. Tribal settlements might be a little better for that purpose. If I was a republic and I had my tribesmen turning into freemen, barracks would be a little better for that purpose. But I think I will tend to focus more on having tall cities. Even though I'm playing on a grand strategy level a tall game, at least I'm planning to play that in the future, my actual development sort of strategy and development style on the ground of Iberia doesn't have to be as tall as that. Now, so barracks give you extra manpower, they do all these other things, they are very much freeman-oriented, tribal settlements do all these things, so yeah, these would be pretty good for our tribesmen-occupied settlements. Provincial legations, I think, are a little bit more viable now. The assimilation speed is great. This would be great to plop down in places where I have a large number of people who aren't of my culture. So I could build tribal legations. I think they are fairly expensive though. 132, so it's not really an early game option, but later on I can use these to supercharge the assimilation. Keeping in mind that the assimilation speed is a % bonus, not a flat assimilation speed, so I still need to have a source of assimilation from something for this to modify. I can't just build this somewhere and have it do stuff, it won't work. Now, farming settlements and mines, something that's quite nice is they both add one base resource by default, so you don't need any slaves at all to get an extra copy, but they also reduce the slaves needed for surplus from 15 to 5. So they basically work the same way in each one. Farms also add extra food, which makes sense. So, and then slave estates, which you can build for any resource that's not a farm or mine resource. I guess you can also build them for those resources if you want to make stupid decisions. But essentially, slave estates, they also reduce the slaves needed for local surplus for those non-farm, non-mine resources by 3. So actually having a slave economy on resources that aren't mine or farm resources is a lot more viable in Invictus. So that being said, we have a mine here already. So a big part of the cost of setting up our slave movement micro is already done with. Let's go ahead and get all the slaves shifted over. We are going to need 10 slaves in Carpetania to get access to the surplus, because we have 2 by default, and every 10 slave pops provide an additional +1. We'll start by moving the slaves around in Carpetania. These will probably largely be Carpetanian slaves for what that's worth, so let's move some pops around. So we got 1 slave here in Pilo Nicoria. That is down here. Should be fine. Anytime that we have a 2 population tile, we're not going to really mess around with that. Move a slave from Alaba. Noticing as well that the move slave is only 3.75 because of vegetables, so that's why I wanted vegetables. Move some slaves from Consabura and from Toletum, I think. Yep. Just need 2 more. I'll move them from Toletum. There we go. And now we should have, 3 copies of base metal, 2 of which we're keeping, and then 1 we'll be able to sell at some point to somebody. Pretty good. So Toletum actually just had a whole bunch of slaves living in it. It's not even really a huge town at the moment. Totally fine. All right. That is that. Let's resume. Oh, that just disappeared really quick. Someone wanted to buy my base metal, and they changed their mind about that. Very strange. Spread of ideas. Through our trade connections with Rome, new ideas have spread to our people. Oh, okay. That's pretty handy. I didn't know about this. I think this might be an Invictus edition, but let me know in the comments if this is in the base game too. That's great because that is a huge boost to research compared to what we're producing normally as a tribe. So thanks for that one, Rome. I'm not about ready to forgive you for what happened in the last campaign, but that is a nice peace offering from you to me. Still haven't finished their Samnium War yet. Carthage did finish their Moroccan Wars. So that's pretty good. Or I guess their, what was it? Marrakesh War. All right. Just wait until July, and then we'll raise the rest of the squad up and get ready for this war. Looks to be about the same. So far, so good. Now, I'm a little bit nervous about Topolia getting me tangled up in a war against people over here, so we'll keep an eye on that. Make sure we are good on food and all that. All right, let's go ahead and raise the army over here as well and get everybody organized. Also, I think the 10 extra morale, it has been keeping casualties low, I'll admit. I've had pretty good casualties in the fights that I've done, so let's keep that energy going. We're really on a rampage. This is a level of speedy expansion that really isn't normally possible in a game like this, but I'm basically doing every trick I can think of to pull it off, so we're gonna leave no advantage unselected, so we'll go for that. We do still have our morale omen active. That's pretty good. All right, let's also go ahead and decide who's going to lead the force here. Probably want this team of light infantry to lead the force. These guys all moved up. All right. Now make sure we've got the right thing. Set up deception for you. You are going to do shock action. You are deception. You're going to do envelopment. You are going to pause on October 1st. You're going to do that. You are going to do envelopment. No, deception. You are going to do envelopment. Okay, there we go. Team is ready. Let's go ahead. Who did I set in charge? The second levy of Lusitania. All right, lead them up. Now, I think, let's see here. Do I want to get access with Achaea? I don't think I'll bother with that because I don't really think I'll need to walk through Achaea's land for this war at all. Should be fine. All right, let me take a quick look at my economy here. So we got our expenses set up correctly for this. Gonna leave this on just regular. Increased pay. I think I'll just keep this going while I still have the chance of losing straight up fights. With my 6,000, these guys should be in trouble. Now, our Wakia will have 4,000 because I've got the split region situation, which I'll be shortly taking from them. But 6,000 versus 4,000. As long as we don't take a river crossing fight or a fight in the hills, should be fine. And I'm counting on Wakia to both distract them and also not try to occupy all of the stupid settlement tiles. I'm not sure if this is just a thing the Invictus AI is a bit more aggressive about, which would be fair enough. That is more realistic. Or if Wakia specifically just hates me. I think it's probably that. I did reject friendship with their leader, so it might be related to that. Probably not, but that would be funny if that were the case. Where are the Wettonians located? Wettonians are over here. I won't set up a Wettonian colony yet because I'll be taking a lot of Wettonian land from the Tagus League, so we'll turn to that later. Yeah, things are looking fine so far. Should note that we do have a pretty big split between the Turdulians in the south, who are of Iberian culture, not of Celt-Iberian culture, and my own culture, so we got to be a little aware of that. These guys will be pretty unpleased for a long time. I could change this, but then again, I want to get the claim going. Yeah, I'll wait. I'll do the claim next. I don't think there's I don't think changing the policy of this will make a huge difference. How about here? How are things looking? It's getting kind of close, actually, to 33. I'm a little nervous about that. I may make a cultural decision for the Turdulians and see if that starts to fix things. All right, Turdulians. Anything I can do to make you cheerful? Let's see. This all costs stability, doesn't it? 5 stability is probably okay. I really want to make sure I don't have disloyalty, and I don't want to spend the political influence to change this to be harsh treatment. Plus, it's going to damage the province too much. This will also just directly boost the loyalty, which is quite nice. I get so which of the malices do I care about the least? Integrated culture happiness, probably not that one. Pop assimilation speed increased, which is kind of good. But I'm not actually trying to assimilate them at the moment, so not so good right now. I think Right of Inheritance looks the best for my needs at the moment. This gives us some culture happiness with the Terdulians. The culture integration speed won't matter for my plans with them. And national citizen happiness minus 6% in the nation for a couple of years, for 3 years. That's probably not going to be a huge issue for us. So I think this is worth it. Trade stability for, well, stability, I guess, in a more literal sense, in Terdulia Orientalis and Terdulia Occidentalis as well. Right of Inheritance. Stability drop. That's fine. This is now improved a little bit. Maybe on the monthly tick it'll improve further. Fortresses are done as well. That's good too. Let's see if that makes them a little more cheerful. Also note, this is kind of interesting. The Lusitania settlement has the regular barbarian, the Lusitania region settlement in that region has the regular barbarian looking fortress. This one has the modded Iberian style fortress, so not entirely sure how that's been decided. I guess it's because of the population that's here. This is mostly Terdulians, and this is mostly Carpetanians because it's a colony. So I guess my building style is actually I guess this is the Celt-Iberian building style, and the Iberians use just the barbarian style. Yeah, that's interesting. So I wonder if that's going to change later. It doesn't matter that much if it doesn't. I don't need all my buildings to look coherent across my nation. This is a very culturally diverse part of the world, so not a big issue either way. Disloyal characters. You sure about that? Oh, he's not disloyal. He's just near disloyal. That's fine. I think it's going to be fine. Is it because he's not leading an army? No. Refuse duel? What? Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember that event. That is fine. All right, a few more days, and we will be ready to go. All right, speed 2. Here we go. We're going to attack these guys. They are still in their league with Termo Digia. Let's declare war. Make sure we are good to go. 385. Yep. We are ready. Okay. Let's declare war on Arawakia. Take Celt-Iberia Centralis and call in my allies. I could just not call in Tapolia, but I may as well. Who knows if they may come in handy in some unexpected form. So we'll take this fight. This should be a fairly straightforward war, but you never know with this game. Plus, we might be able to sack Voluca. That could be interesting. All right. The Celt-Iberian local powers of Arawakia and Termo Digia have rallied together to defend in this war. Here we go. Now, what's my game plan here? I think what I want to do... Let me grab the guy who's leading. No, not you. There you are. I think I want to go to Archailikos and try and bait them into a river crossing attack. If I can defend in the hills across the river, that would be great. I think they're going to all spawn north of this river. This would be the river Durius, or at least part of it, this fork up here. So let's see if we can pull that off. Also, I think they have a level 2 fort. They do. So this fort, I think, should require 4,000 to siege. Notice that the fort icon is different than what it looks like for level 1 forts. So they've been fortifying. It's not going to save them from me, but I'm glad I've got the extra forces. Actually, taking this bit of Lusitania before this war is going to be pretty important, because now I can actually siege this fort with my whole army. All right. Let's see what they do. They're going to just walk away. That's totally fine. Can I get to here? Let's get here and then see what happens when we try and do that. If I can get here and secure this before my allies try to secure it, that would be great. They're going to focus on the allies, it looks like. Works for me. I can get to there. I think I will try to cross the river. Let's see if let's name it correctly. The river Durius. There's so much going on around here. If I can cross the river, I just don't want to take a fight over the river, but if I can cross over and sneak over while, let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay, they're leaving. That's pretty good. When are they leaving? 4th. Oh, I gotta go like this. That's right. All right, let's head here because we're. Oh, this is actually one single tile. Okay. 5th of January. Yeah. They shouldn't run into me over here. Let's see if we can pull it off. What side of the river are we counted on over here? This is like a weird middle of the... It's sort of on both sides of the river. Is this a river crossing fight? It doesn't say that it is. What am I fighting here? Let's wait and see. I'm just going to stand here. I'm in a really good defensive spot right here. They've got to cross the river to attack me. Wait for them to clear out Kolau Nyoku. Really, in this war, the bigger issue is actually preventing my ally from taking this. Because 100 billion% chance Vakea holds on to this one because it borders them. So that's the main goal of the war, is to stop my ally from helping me in that sense. Let's wait for them all to move out of the way. I'm just gonna stand here menacingly and see what they do. Just clear out. I don't even mind if they come back later. Let's see here, 31st. All right, this is our chance to sneak in and avoid a river crossing attack into the tile. All right, so far so good. Ally's about to get smashed over there. Totally fine, in my opinion. All right, they're gonna come down. That's fine. I'll take an attack like this, because this shouldn't be a river crossing attack over into the plains. I'll take on 6-to-1 odds. Maybe I won't even need to. Alright, this is captured. That's good. Let's keep it like this. And now we punch this direction. Alright, we're not going to catch them. That's fine. I actually would have preferred to catch them there to remove 1,000 more. But, oh, I guess... Oh, no. They're deciding if they want to fight me or not. I think they're going to end up getting caught by me at this rate, if they're... Oh, maybe not. They got away. Alright. Now, we're going to watch this very closely. Now, it's more important right now because of my fort at Miakum is going to protect my north. They shouldn't be able to get around this fort zone of control. I don't think you're giving military access to anybody. You're giving it to Depolia, who's actually in the war on my side, so that's totally fine. What about you? Nope. And no. So no one's giving access. So the route into my land is just through here, and my fort blocks this off completely. So my weird snaky shape is actually helping me out quite a bit here. Right, let's take a look at the siege here. So we have got the fort levels there slowing us down. Commander impact is great, so that's good. This will be a pretty long siege, and they got some fort defense bonuses too. Yeah, you're having food supplies in your provinces boost your fort defense by quite a bit. This is something that might be in the base game too, but it seems to be quite noticeable in this particular mod. I think I'm also, now that I have enough political influence, I'm going to go ahead and get the claim going before I put it off again for something else. Capture claim on Tivia. That going? Next up, I'll spend political influence probably on my last idea so that I get access to these bonuses here. The tribesman output will be quite nice. All right, my allies are kind of not doing too well, but if their land gets fully occupied, I will only bother to recover it for them if it means it gives me the war score to end the war with the deal that I want. So we shall see. We have some food problems already. That's a lot of food per month, but so far we're fine. Attrition is completely manageable until we run out of food. I might have to send some of these forces away to reduce the weight. What are we at here? Actually, only 13 with a 19 supply limit, yeah. These Iberians are not that hungry, honestly. Food shortage in the castle as well, that's pretty good. Gotta love it. Here comes the Topolians to save the day for my allies, the Wiccaeans. Let's see if they can help out somehow. It'll be pretty funny if they could. We are in pretty good shape here. I think this war is going to go pretty well. Let's hope. I've had some kind of dicey wars. Not dicey in that I'd lose, but dicey in that I wouldn't win enough, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm spotting a relief force on its way over. This is a little alarming. I think, would they get the river crossing if they attacked me while I'm here? I'm I'm a little tempted to... This is the issue with my allies being incompetent. I think this force is going to run straight for Voluka. And I can't leave a little skeleton crew to keep the siege in place, because this force here is menacing me. What do I do here? I think the best... Let's see here. Are these all tribal levies? I could inspire disloyalty in one of their leaders to cause some havoc, but I'm not sure what this would do. That being said, aggressive expansion is not particularly not a particularly precious resource right now. If I was so inclined, who would make the best target for this? Definitely their high martial character. Oh, his loyalty is really good, though. Never mind. And the other character that I could do it for, who was low loyalty, only had 2 martial, so not worth it at all. Okay, they're splitting up a little bit. I think they're reacting to the Topolians. So I'm glad the Topolians are involved, actually, because they are going to distract the AI, which, as I've said before, is the main thing your allies seem to do in this game. So that's pretty good. Oh, also, they're going after those guys in the north. If these guys come for Kalaunuku, I will leave a skeleton crew and go hold it down. Alright. Keep an eye also on the 1st of October of this year. Stuff will happen. An omen will happen, I should really say, to be specific. Alright. We are going to make them stop it. Just leave one team of archers behind. Okay, this should work when I do this. Who's the leading unit? Are you? Yeah. There we go. This may scare them away. The Numidians want base metals. Yep. I will catch them. That's actually good. I want to catch them there. We may get a battle over here, which I'm very happy with, because this is a much better terrain type to defend in. Let's see what these guys do. Stack wipe. Nice. Actually, hold on. You're going there. That'd be a river crossing. I don't really want to take a river crossing into the hills, too. So let's just run back over to the town. No need to be goofy. Let's just play it safe. With my allies here, I think I can just hold out in Waluka fairly fine. No, don't be disloyal now. Come on. Let's put an end to the charade, spend some tyranny. This guy loses some prominence. That's fine. Now would be a very bad time to have disloyal clans. Alright, everybody stay here. And my allies stay here too, yeah. With, let's see, what do we have here? 8,000, basically 8,500 men here. There's no way they can dislodge me. I don't think they have enough forces even fully combined. So I think we should be okay now. As long as the Topolians stay here. Come on, Topolians. Do me... Oh, they're going to attack me. When I said do me, I didn't mean it quite like that, Topolians. Don't get any funny ideas. I was going to say do me a favor, but looks like something will be happening to me in a doing sense with these guys coming in. So let's see. I guess I will get the river crossing attack. So because they attack over river, that counts as me attacking them over the river because they're defending in the fort, or they're attacking into their own fort. So I'm crossing the river into the plains against 4,500. And these guys might reach it in time to be involved, but probably not by much. So I think we should be fine. Yeah, they're having second thoughts about it too. These guys maybe won't be having second thoughts though. So looks like they are. They're not sure, but now they're really split apart time-wise. Oh, no, they're coming at the same time now. Okay, so still looks fine. Yeah, they're all going to come in at the same time. I think we should be okay. Let's see here. What's their highest martial guy? 8? And they got a 9 martial guy as well. They don't have the kind of morale that I do, though. And they're all going to arrive at different times. Yeah, 16th of August. Alright, Topolian is leading the way with their 8 martial tribal chief. This is good because we're starting the fight off with momentum before these other guys arrive. Alright, these guys got here. We have a couple days. Yeah, I think we're going to be fine. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we pulled it off. These guys not being involved might have actually mattered a little bit, but this is going to be... Oh, yeah, there we go. Now, this is the combination casualties of both me and the Topolians. I can't tell offhand how much I lost, but if we look at our numbers here, I'd... Just doing some kind of some visual math, I'd guess we lost about 500 to 750, kind of in that range. And this is a super good trade, given this was a capital attack over the river, so happy with that. We have not been dislodged. That is what matters for this war. And they're about to get stack wiped probably over here, so that's pretty funny. Oh yeah, these guys are in serious trouble. This war's over at that point. They failed their one chance to dislodge me, and it did not happen. So we are in the clear. Now it's just a matter of getting through this very long siege, which should go totally fine. So let's remember to pause the game on October 1st. Nice. Okay. It always freezes a little bit when I hit October 1st. Okay, so do I want to go for Morale of Armies again? War Exhaustion might be a little better, actually, because we are starting to creep up a little bit, and I don't really have a lot of other ways to lower War Exhaustion, except for this. This would actually probably be fine. I would double our lowering rate. This would basically double it again. I think I don't want to play around with reducing my army morale. I've had a really big morale advantage so far, and especially in the wars coming up around here, I want to make sure I've got every advantage I can just for this early game rush. Part of why I'm going so hard in the early game with the wars, even though I'm not going to be as militaristic later on, is because in the world of the tribes of places like Iberia, if you don't get an early game advantage, you're never going to get out from under the shadow of just the web of alliances and defensive leagues everybody forms with each other, and you're trapped forever in kind of a stalemate. So we need to get the initiative early on. So I think I'm going to go for Condamius again, but also invoke Dewodio. And it's also a good time because it's the 1st of October, so I can do this on cooldown if necessary. There we go. And call upon Condamius for the Morale of Armies. Now, I should also have looked before clicking this on the other deities of war available, but Condamius is actually a really good deity of war, so I'm not sure if I'd ever switch away from Condamius if I was so inclined. So we got the Omen done. Very good. And this is finally starting to settle down a little bit. I think this is now, once it goes below minus 0.1, I think it's basically under control. Over here, it's still far away from the limit, so we're fine. Though I might switch this to... no, I'll leave it alone. I'll leave it alone. Well, I think I will switch this now. I do have the political influence for it. Let's switch it over to local autonomy. Not trying to bleed them dry yet. It's under control now because it's such a low population area. Let's resume. Not too much to look at economically. I guess I could look at it right now. Yeah, we're looking fine. All right. I think we are in the clear at this point for this war. Just got to get the siege done, and we'll be good. The Montithia is progressing great. All right, we've run out of food on our armies, so we're going to start to have some serious attrition problems around here. I don't see a great way to fix this. I just don't really have a good solution here. Because we're not over the weight limit, so it's not gonna matter if we move people away. We have to keep 4,000 here at the minimum. I think we just eat this cost. This is an important siege to get done with, so we'll just take some extra attrition. Let's see how bad it gets, though. Only 1% right now. All right, supply shortage. Now we're in the positive, so at any moment now, any one of these ticks could be a siege win, and that will be great once we get there. 7%, let's see. So war exhaustion is pretty bad. Ooh, they have regathered themselves pretty well there. Still looking totally fine. And they did lose 2,000, so let's not forget that they're really hurting right now. They're not really going for us that hard, though, so should be fine. Defenders desert. There we go. That's the kind of event I like to see. Better than status quo. If we got a breach, I'd probably go for it, but especially because I don't want to actually take Thermodigia, I'll just take this and run and leave it. Assuming I can while they still hold this part of Wikea. We'll see what they do, but I think it should probably turn out okay. They're doing something. They're certainly doing something. Alright, supply shortage again. It's pretty good. Are they going to do a suicidal... Oh, hold on. This is not what I want to see, because this gives Wikea a chance to run up and grab this. Alright, skeleton crew time. Let's see if we can pull this off again. Which of you is not... Or you're the one that's not... No. You're the one that's not attached right now. So you stay there. Keep it where it is. The rest of you head on over and address this. Yeah, we couldn't leave 4,000 here. We just got to run over and grab this thing. We'll get here before these guys arrive. They may have to take a river crossing attack in order to come over here. Okay. I'm actually going to finish the move order and then double back if they don't push it, because I really need to keep this under my control. Are they going to come over? Okay. All right, no. All right, no, you're not. Wait for them to change their mind about what they're doing. Once they are locked into moving, I'll run back over, and I should beat them over before they arrive. Should be fine. Alright, run back. I just don't want them to snipe my skeleton crew. Should be pretty mean. Alright, they are really struggling to decide what they're doing. Will they make the attack? Oh, I guess they will. Here they come. Well, here we go. Round 2. Now it's looking a lot better for us for sure. We've definitely, yeah. We've got a 2-to-1 advantage. Yeah, I think this should be totally fine. They're not even at full morale right now. And their full morale is below our full morale. It is better than my allies' morale, so that is fine. Let's see how this turns out. We'll have to come back and reclaim this, but... Oh, maybe we won't. They're going to give up on that. That's totally fine. Warrior's Honor. The battle-hardened soldiers serving under Mandu Brachius Rossis have performed mighty acts of valor. Mandu Brachius, in an act of benevolence, has requested permission to institute a particular form of service reward unique to his army. Mandu Brachius would take great offense at being denied this honor, but we might wish to be careful of allowing him too much autonomy. Get some bonuses for the second levy of Lusitania, which is made up of 2 infantry soldiers. Not super critical, but I don't want to lose the loyalty with this guy, so let the soldiers have their due. He may become more ambitious. That's fine. We'll let him have that. Right, come on, finish the fight. All right. Now, where's my leading squad? You dislodge him. Make him run away. There we go. I will try and catch them for what that's worth, but it matters more that they just run away and they don't siege back this land. Oh? Oh, yeah. There we go. Stack wipe. Everybody back. There we go. Clean that up. We should be in the clear. Now we'll continue working on the siege. How are things looking in the rest of my nation? Keep an eye on that, though. Things are looking fine. This is fine. This is fine. Yeah, we're fine. The Tithia claim will be ready a little ahead of schedule, but that's totally fine. Supply shortage. 35%. Here we go. I won't be ready to go to war with Tithia once the claim is ready, but that's okay. I'm glad that I have the claim set up and ready to go for when we will take those actions. Still same situation with Tithia. Yeah, my manpower definitely needs to recover a little bit. We're losing a lot of men to attrition right now, but there we go. That is over as of right now. No, hold on. Reset. Oh, Vikea took this? Are you serious? I was here first. You jerks. All right, I gotta wait on that then, because I can't let. Okay, this is so irritating. I don't understand how the AI keeps assuming control of every siege. I'm so careful about this. All right, I just gotta wait. I just gotta wait for that. That's fine. We're just gonna hang out here. I think, do we start to recover food now because it's technically our land? Let's actually head over to here and just hang around here in the stuff that we occupy to get our food back. All right, Wakea, you've got one job, which is to return the land to me. It's my war target. Oh, there they go. Okay. Yeah, when I got super mad at you, Wakea, that was just me kind of playing. I wasn't really that mad. You know, it's just oh, I need to have 10 war score. That's right. I guess we'll go save Wakea. Actually, no, we're gonna wait for this to change control. Then we should get it probably. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, Wakea. I may have judged you too harshly. I mean, no, I don't think I did, but... All right, this is probably the deal we're going to take here. I don't think I need to worry about these guys in the north at all. I get my little section of Galicia, and also... Am I saying that right? Yeah. Yeah, I get this one single section of Galicia and a section of Tarraconensis. Here we go. The age of the 5 armies is upon us. Let's take this deal here. All right. Increase my rank to regional power. Yes. All right. My chief magistrate, Brucusa Indutius. We have increased in rank and are now a regional power. Let's take a look at this actually in a moment. The Celt-Iberian local power of Arawakia accepted our generous peace offer. Arawakian Celt-Iberia Centralis to Carpetania. Arawakian Vakea Meridionalis to Carpetania. All right, and as for the Arawakian elite, these guys are not of Carpetanian heritage, so I think we'll probably actually go for put them to the sword for aggressive expansion loss. Yeah. All right. Here's our new... we have a weird small name now. Here's our new long borders. Long Carpetania is in effect. All right. So we are a country with at least 25 territories, which gives us the following things to work with. We can guarantee other countries. We can threaten war. We can have alliances. Now, critically, we can no longer be in leagues. We can't join leagues or, I think, form them with anybody. Yeah, we're too powerful to join a defensive league. So leagues are no longer on the table. I never intended to use leagues at all, so that's totally fine. I don't really like leagues. Or, it's not that I dislike leagues, I just don't really need them for my playstyle. I don't like allies at all. If I'm going to have an ally, I want an ally who's just there to sort of offer power projection and protect me from people. Like, allying a great power is the sort of ally I'd care about. If that, even. Or something like vassals. And we get some modifiers. Now, these modifiers are all variants of the local power modifiers that we had. I don't remember what the local power ones were, but what we get now is, I think, a smaller build cost bonus. We have minus 0.01 provincial loyalty, integrated culture happiness, which means for us, all of the Carpetanians, another capital import route, integration speed bonus, I think increased wages, not sure about that one, another dip rep slot, I think, or dip relation slot, I think. I think this is a smaller influence gain. I don't know for sure. And then, yeah, you can see what all these do. Also, more clan chiefs. That is something to keep in mind as well. So lots of stuff might be happening here. All right. Let's actually lower our armies. Now we have a lot more army slots to play around with. Let one day go by. There we go. Okay, so let's take a look at our new land here. So the province of Celt-Iberia Centralis has some food problems at the moment. Fair enough. Capital's been moved to Lagny. That is a little awkward. Oh, hey. Oh yeah, this is a city. That's right. I guess I didn't sack it. Huh. Now, since this is already a city, the question would be, do I want to keep this as a city? Now this actually lines up with Miakum in terms of fort coverage, so this is a pretty nice spot for a city. In terms of this actual, this province, it is a pretty good spot too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's on the river, which I like. Lightning is actually a pretty good alternative spot. Let's see here. I had one here. I could do it here. But, go to the river. No, it doesn't line up with this, though. You do. Oh, yeah, this doesn't line up here. Okay, so if I have it here, coverage there at Siegecraftiness, you're on the river to your plains. So honestly, Waluka, just because it's already a city, I don't need to spend money to make it a city. I'm not going to revoke its city status. What I might do instead is move the capital back over here. Both because it's already a city and also because it's fortified. Do I keep the level 2 fort? I don't think I do. I think I destroy one level of the fort. But I keep one level, or I keep it at level 1 at least. And I probably want to set up a colony, assuming I have colonial, that thing is done. I think it is. All right, this is peopled by the Celtiberians. Yeah, we're going to set up our Celtiberian colony over here in Waluka. It seems like in Invictus, this found colony thing is a lot smarter than it was in the base game. I'm not sure if this has been changed, but at least it feels like it has. Let's found a colony in Waluka. There we go. Waluka. Yep. Waluka, a Carpetanian colony. The arrival... Alright, we read this before. This is for the best. Let's also make sure that slaves aren't being moved out of here. They were. Okay, let's move some more slaves back over from... Ooh, let's see here. Some wine slaves would be fine. And some fur slaves. Alright. Nope, hold on. I'm still at 9. I moved a tribesman by accident. Whoops, that's fine. Okay. Now, as for over here, we have one single province. I'm not going to worry about fortifying this one, but this one settlement in one province is giving us 5 soldiers by itself, so that's pretty good. As for Celtiberia Centralis, so I should note that Wakea, Meridionalis, and in general, the Galicia region is not going to be a main target for me right now. It's just too hard to go that direction, I think, at the moment. And also maintaining my Wakean alliance, even though I do kind of dislike them because they're so annoying with their aggressive occupation behavior. They have always returned it to me sooner or later, at least where it counted, so maybe I shouldn't be so hard on them. But as for this place, we're just going to assign a high martial character to keep it under control in some form or another. Let's see. Who do we want to assign? Someone loyal. I think we'll assign you to this. Set it on this. That's fine, honestly. Actually, no, it's not fine. No, it is fine. It's such a low population province at the moment, so totally fine. Over here, we want to assign Ichius, I think. And then switch this right away. We have 11 right now. That's pretty handy. Probably switch to local autonomy immediately. Yeah, that's what I'll have to do. And I may also do a cultural decision with the Celtiberians. What did I do up here? Protected inheritance? Oh, I've already done it to somebody else. Okay. Is it just one per? Each one per in total? I guess that is how it works. Alright, because of the modifier for the nation. National assistant happiness for me. I think oh, this is 10 stability, though. That's too much. Right to enter legal contracts looks fine. Yeah. This is mainly for the loyalty. Then again, it's just freeman happiness, and that's not going to make a huge difference. This isn't worth it. Yeah, this one isn't worth it. Okay, we'll leave it alone for now. Alright, so other than that, so around here, what buildings do we have to work with? Nothing over here. What do we got here? We got a farming settlement over here. Pretty good. That's an extra livestock. I may move some slaves over now, in fact. Move, I need 5 more. Oh yeah, we can move some from here too. 2 more. There we go. Just enough to get, we need 12? Okay, I guess farms need 12, or livestock needs 12 at least. Have to move some slaves into the province. Move them into here. No. Hold on. Here we go. No, that's 15 though. I don't want to move. Move them to Carpetania Luga and then to Archailos. We just need 2. Alright. I'm committed now. We're doing it. Move them from Toletum. That is fine. And then move them here. Aren't you glad I got vegetables early on? Let's see here. From Carpetania Luga. Then here. There we go. 1 extra livestock, for what that's worth. Not sure if anybody even wants to trade with me. We also have another trade slot, speaking of trade. I think I'm just going to trade for precious metals for the import bonus. I could trade for something like furs for the tribesman happiness, but I think at this point I need to start making some more money. So let's trade for some precious metals, just for some extra income bonus. Pretty good. Let's see. Okay, and our war with Tithia is ready to go pretty soon, but our armies are not ready to go quite yet. Not until early, let's see here. Really? Hold on. I wish this said this in the ABC. Okay, it's right here. So for some reason, these armies here aren't ready until early 62. Okay, we'll give it about a year then. That's fine. Okay. Let's resume. My nation grows ever slinkier, but taking on Tithia will give us some more girth, which is good. Yeah, we're really taking some weird expansion directions here, but I'm just picking targets of opportunity, you know. I'm trying to not fight anybody too powerful. The Tagus League is going to be our first real serious opponent of size. Also, some clans are going to rise now. The Bowian clan. The growing strength and influence of our tribe should vouch for a stronger sense of unity and purpose amongst our tribesmen, but unlike city dwellers and more civilized people, our tribe is less willing to translate the sense of purpose into blind loyalty. Some feel that the old clans can no longer speak for them and that they cater to a too limited group of interests. Among these dissenters, the Bowian clan has been growing in power and influence, and by now it is only a matter of time before one of their members is granted a place on the tribal council. Alright, so we gotta reorganize our government now because we have another clan. I think we get another clan too, according to the regional power thing, but let's go ahead and reorganize things to get this person on. Let's see here. Who would be fit to be replaced? All the other families, I think, are super set in terms of characters. Yeah, everybody else is in really great shape. Are any of my governors of any of the clans? Minor character. Minor character. You're in the Indutii clan, so I may want to switch that. You're actually both in clans. What's your loyalty like? 54, 35. Eesh. I don't really want to mess around with that too much. Let's just assign a tech position. One of the Galbai can be replaced. Maybe. Here we go. 5 finesse, what do you have? You got 8 finesse. That's okay. We're not really getting that much tech right now, so that clears that up. Okay, there we go. Good stuff. Etruria wants stone. Sure. I'll sell you stone. And also, let's also not forget... Well, Hold on. It's like 6 months away or so. We'll leave it as it is. We're going to war as soon as we're able to against Tithia. I just don't want them to change their alliance structure, because I really like fighting these 3 people at the same time. This will finally... We're going to stretch even further. We're basically slinking our way around Iberia, picking on everybody. All right, so got that there. My army. Now I basically got the largest, smallest army I can, if that kind of makes sense. Also notice that my... where is it? Contestania, my home region, it's gone down to 4 because I moved all those slaves out of it. The slaves, I think, contribute to your region size. So I've redistributed the slaves all over the place. So it's now a bit more even. What is Carthage up to these days? Interesting. How about over here? Rome beat Samnium. All right. This is happening over here. The Phrygians have ceased to exist. Seleucids are having some trouble a little bit. So October 1st. Take a look at our situation here. Money is fine. Loyalty is under control there. It's fine there. It's under control here. It's sort of under control over here. I might want to build some... Let's see. Tribal settlements are also a lot cheaper, too. But they won't really help my... They will improve tribesman happiness, I guess. Which could be handy. Tribal settlements are an interesting idea. Because the boosting the tribesman happiness could be quite strong, honestly. Because this will, especially in spots where the tribesmen are unhappy. Is that anywhere in this province? No, actually. They're all fine. So where is the unhappiness of this province coming from? Is it just from this guy? No. It's just from governor corruption. Oh my god. Oh, you're crafty? Oh god, I didn't even notice that. Yikes, we're gonna change that right away. I can't have a crafty governor. No way. Oh, you're really good. Oh, you're a new character. Hell yeah. Wait, you're my daughter? Yeah. New character. Look at her, she's come of age. There we go. You're gonna be the governor. Even though this is technically supposed to be a kind of, sort of, democratic / Republican tribal nation, we're gonna have some strong nepotism here. It's got some great traits, too. Hell yeah, there we go. That will clear this up. Yeah, there we go. You can be the de facto leader of the Terdulian part of my nation. Make them happy. All right, manpower is definitely an issue right now. Maybe I shouldn't do this war so quickly. It's probably okay. Because keeping in mind this manpower pool, I talked about this a lot in the Carpetania campaign, but the way you got to think about it is your starting levy that you spawn. You're dealing with levies. The levy that you spawn in is the a base amount you have to work with, and then the manpower is just whatever it draws from as it loses guys to attrition and damage from battle. So this number here is your reserves. Your levy is your actual manpower, but they do draw from the reserves. And once they run out of reserves to draw from, then you start to have the manpower shortages that really cripple your army. So you have to be very, very considerate of that. Also, these guys are keeping their armies raised. With mercenaries, too? Oh my god. These guys are going to lower their levies the moment I declare war. I guarantee it. And then we're going to have to do it by ourselves. Gotta love it. Oh well. I complain a lot, but I love this game. So, it's all good. Things are looking the same. Building up our... I want to finally get my last idea slot to get these bonuses. Alright, military-wise. Almost there. Let's raise the guys to the south at least. Or are these the guys who I can't raise? Yeah, these are the guys that I can't raise, the ones that are furthest away. Of course, should have guessed. It figures. 3, 4, 2, 4. Okay. We can switch to this when we have the political influence for it, so that's good to know. After doing our next idea, we'll probably look at the law next. Okay. At least Bayetica can be raised. That's a good start. I should have done this manually. Whatever. Everybody come... Let's see here. What's my attack plan for this war? Now, I guess maybe I should have kept the fort for this war. I didn't think about that. Oh well, it's fine. It wouldn't be a huge difference either way. I think what I should do is... Let's see. This is one province. This is their capital. I think I want to gather in Complutum, and let's see. Actually, let's gather in Toletum for now. And then these forces up here, gather them as well. I don't have any good generals in these forces, though. We shouldn't necessarily split our forces. Let's keep all of our forces together. Let's gather in Complutum. And next month we'll raise the last force and send them up. Once our forces are gathered, we'll launch the war. We don't have to launch it just right now. No rush. We can get organized and launch out together. Yeah. I think this will probably be the best call. So we're going to go from Complutum to Chris, and then from Chris into Sagontia. I think I'll actually take an attack into a fortified plains tile, even if there's an army there, because I'll have such a numerical superiority. It should be possible at this point with the advantage that I've got. That's why I was so precise about getting all these different regions. I've stretched all across Iberia to touch every region at least a little bit. It has been the right call. All right. You come join as well. Let's get them all organized. Low food up here. Yeah, it'll get better. Make sure these guys all have food as well. Yeah. Food capacity is going to be an issue. Get them all organized. They're so slow. Whew. Make sure these guys are not in wars. That will be good. You help out as well. Do I have another alliance slot, actually? No, I don't. I misspoke that I had another relationship slot. Oh, well. I could form a relationship. That would be fine. I don't remember what happens if you get... what the penalties are for having more than 2. It might be worth considering. If I do go for it, I will do that. Everyone wants to do it now. Because I'm a regional power, I have a much easier time making friends. Because people want to join up with my side, which is handy. Let's get everybody gathered here. And then, because I think I want to go, I'm just going to brute force my way into Sagontia. Controlling Sagontia is really critical for the strategic situation in this war. God, you guys are so slow. Hurry it up. I guess I could do force march, but I don't want to lose all the morale. Getting the morale as they march is kind of nice, because they'll arrive ready to go. Come on. So I think what I want to do is brute force Sagontia and try and get Tithia's army killed right away before it can join up with these two. Because against just any of these 3, or against 2 of them, I should be completely fine. Against all 3 of them combined, my army should actually be meeting its match. Because if we look at the region map mode, they're all firmly in the Terrakinesis region. No region splitting over here. So that's 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. Actually, if it's just 6,000... Well, it's 6,000 minimum. They may have more from other sources, but you never know. You can't make assumptions with this game. It will cause trouble, I think. Also political influence. Can now grab an idea. Okay, so we want to get a civic idea. I think for now, standardized construction is the right call. The build time and build cost bonuses are great for forts especially, and that's the main thing I'm doing in the early game at the moment. So standardized construction. As our nation begins to require more and more civic buildings, it has become apparent that a standardized method of planning and construction would greatly reduce the cost and time invested. Here we go, and we get our pop promotion speed and national tribesman output bonuses. Very nice. Also, let's remember to tell these guys to not allow slave promotion. I just noticed. There we go. Fix that there. Slaves are not allowed to promote around here. Knock it off. Okay, we got our 10,000 strong army. The 5 armies of Iberia are together for the first time ever, and we're going to see them go into action next time on the Carpetania campaign. So thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope that you enjoyed the amount of planning and execution in this one, and I'm excited to launch an attack against Tithia and their allies and secure even more land in this insane, very, very aggressive early game. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time.